Hey guys, I am coming to you because I told you I would send out our newsletter and talk about getting ready for spring, taking charge of our health. We all say we're going to do that in January, and then half of us fall off our New Year's resolutions, right? But springtime comes and we all kind of just feel refreshed. The spring air, at least in the Midwest, kind of invigorates us. We all want to look our best and feel our best in the summertime. And I am just so passionate about helping people get the junk out of their house. I was so privileged to grow up in a household where my mom just kind of knew 50 years ago that all these commercial products coming on the market were just, I don't even know how she knew it. But she just kind of had this intuition that they were not good for us. She would just hear about some of the ingredients in them and just did not want to use them in our house. I don't know what she did before I was born. I'm the youngest of 8, but by the time I was born, I think back then, basically, people really just cleaned with simple, like baking soda and vinegar, which is what she used a lot. She did have a natural cleaner. I don't know if the company's still around, but I remember it just leaving a film on everything. I really didn't like it because didn't like clean with it when it was my turn to clean the house because it just left a film on everything. And then her other alternative was baking soda and vinegar. And although those things work, they make your house smell like vinegar. And I remember growing up with a house that smelled like vinegar, and I didn't want to have my house smell like vinegar. I always vowed that I would not use that stuff. When I got older, so when I moved out of the house before I had kids, I started using commercial products because I was never allowed to use them at home. And then as soon as I got pregnant with my first daughter, I was like, I just can't. I just would hear all those voices of my mom in my head telling me why not to use these products. And so, like, for getting rid of spring ants when they come in, like the crevices and along the floorboards and the windowsills in the springtime, my mom would literally sprinkle cinnamon, like dried cinnamon, all over the baseboards and the windowsills. And I used to be so embarrassed to have my friends come over because I'm like, we got cinnamon all over the house. And I would see my friends just use Raid, and I would even ask my mom, like, can we just please use Raid? Like, this is weird that we have cinnamon all over the house. And she'd be like, no, I'm not using that. Like, there's kids here. It's dangerous. I'm not using those chemicals. And so I had Raid in my house at one point as soon as I moved out. And then once I had my daughter, I was like, nope, I'm not using Raid. I just had this intuition that, yeah, I don't want to get that around my kids either. So I raised my children as clean as possible. And about 13 years ago, I started with Young Living, and they introduced me to their Thieves Cleaner, and I was amazed. I really haven't found any other natural cleaner. There are some clean products out there, but they just don't work as effectively. I've tried toilet bowl cleaners that are natural. They just don't have the power to clean. And what's different about Thieves is what we're going to talk about tonight is that it's powered with essential oils. And essential oils are like the lifeblood of the plant. They are the plant's powerhouse. That's what gives the plant life. That's what helps the plant give us all the benefits that those plants have. And so they are very, very potent and very, very powerful and effective when they're pure. And Young Living has been around for over 30 years, and they are the world leader in essential oils. They have the most farms. They have all their own farms as well as partner farms. And you can visit any of those farms. I've been to 4 of them, 3 or 4 of them, and you can go and visit them. I've actually just stopped into the one in Utah without any notice, without a reservation, and I toured it with my husband when we were traveling there last year, and it was pretty phenomenal. It was just as clean, and I saw things being distilled and things being harvested, and it was actually just as beautiful. The whole place was closed. It wasn't like they were expecting me, but I was stunned that it was just as beautiful as it was when I had been there during like convention time when they expect people to be there. So we're just going to talk about how to ditch the garbage out of your house because that contributes to so much illness. So many people come to me with like respiratory distress, struggles, skin issues, lots of skin issues, headaches, and people have no idea that what they're the candles that they're burning, those plug-ins, are a serious danger to your health, to the health of your pets, to the health of your children. Candles, I mean, I have candles, but I actually go to a local honey farm and I get beeswax candles that are made from the bees locally, and they have no scent to them. So I could be diffusing in my diffuser any scent I want, and then just have my beautiful candles that have no scent and that are beeswax, and so they're not paraffin and they're not all this garbage that we don't want in the air and breathing it in. And I get the same ambiance from those candles. So I'm just super passionate about this because so many illnesses. I have literally had people have a lot of chronic things go away just getting rid of the things that they're using daily in their homes that they never think about. You think about, we research a car, we research the baby car seat, we research what restaurant to go to and what reviews it has, but we don't research the things that we are putting in our homes. I literally have a big bin right now in my house that is actually, it has to be kept in the garage. And it's a big bin that when I would do in-person classes, I would bring out, and it has all the normal cleaners that everyone uses, from window cleaner to laundry detergent, soap, toothpaste, all of that. None of them have been opened. Not one bottle has been opened. I would use them during class. I would ask people to come up to the counter and take whatever item that they wanted out of the bin and go back to their seat, and then I would give them like 15 minutes to research just one or two of the ingredients in the item that they had, whether it was dish soap, toothpaste, scouring powder, whatever. And then I would have them kind of just say what dangers were stemming from that ingredient, and it was a very powerful demonstration of us not knowing what's in our products, right? And so everybody was always stunned, like, oh my gosh, I use this every day and I had no idea. I've never looked at the ingredients. There's a lot of greenwashing in like advertising, so they'll say it's plant-based or all natural. All natural means nothing. It just really means nothing. You really have to look up the ingredients. And some ingredients, there are natural forms of it, which is all that Young Living uses. We don't use any synthetic version of anything. Or there is synthetic versions. We don't use those in any of our products. So we're going to talk about things that you can ditch for those. I can literally say, honestly, that Thieves Cleaner, this is a $22 bottle. This bottle will last me 6-8 months. Sometimes a year, just depends on how busy my life is and how much I clean. But this $22 bottle literally is all of my counters. I spray my wood floors with this, and then I just use like a Norwex mop with it. But I just spray the floors with this bottle. I use it for my stains, for my clothes, stains on the carpet. I use it in my carpet cleaner. I make a soft scrub paste out of this cleaner with just a little bit of baking soda, lemon oil, and a little bit of vinegar. And this is all I clean my house with. I have, the ingredients are baking soda, a little bit of white vinegar because I don't want anything to smell like vinegar, and my Thieves Cleaner, and that's it. That's what I clean my house with. All surfaces. I even clean my oven with the soft scrub and the Thieves Cleaner. So I will, because the Thieves Cleaner is a concentrate, I will just adjust. If it's for stains on my clothes, I will use like 2 capfuls to a bottle like this in some water, or sometimes I'll even put it on straight. If it's a really bad stain, I generally don't have to do that because it just works. It takes the stains right out. I've never had a stain not come out of carpet or clothes or any kind of fabric. Actually, I had a spill on my curtains, and I was able to get it out of my white curtains too, my white curtains back here. And so we're just going to go over some facts about all the things that we are probably sometimes unaware of in our home. and ways and recipes on how to ditch those things. You can also contact me. Please subscribe, like, please share this video if it's a blessing to you. We just really want to educate people. This page is just getting started. My husband and I wanted to just educate people on all things Young Living Oils, clean home, reading, homeschooling. I homeschooled for 17 years, finally graduated my youngest in 2020, all the way through high school, and our faith and gardening and all the things that we love, and we just really hope to be a blessing to people. So like, subscribe, and please share this video if it helps you out at all. And so some of the statistics that I want to talk about real quick is the chemicals in our home. Did you know that Americans now spend 80 to 90% of their time in their home? And our average American home contains over 63 hazardous products. So those products that I have in that bin in the garage, they've never been opened, but if you just lift the lid of that bin, the smell is so overwhelming. It is. I've taken it to classes after it sat a week in my garage, and when I open the bin for people to take one out, people are like, oh my gosh, close the bin, close the bin. I'm already getting a headache. That is so overwhelming. It overpowers the room that we're having the class in. And none of those chemicals have been opened. So those are outgassing even without them being open. So if you have unopened cleaning products in your home, take them to the chemical place to get rid of them. You're not supposed to just dump them down the drain. You're supposed to take them and dispose of them properly. That's how harmful they are. We don't want them in our water supply. So in addition to 7 million accidental poisonings each year in America from chemicals in the home, chemically manufactured household cleaners are the #1 contributor to air pollution indoors, where air quality is 7 times more polluted than the outdoors. Can you believe that? Even when considering pollution caused by vehicles, factories, terrible air quality in some areas of the country. A 15-year-old study revealed that women who work at home have a 54% higher risk of developing certain health problems than women who work away from the home. The only link is increased exposure to household chemicals. I personally used to clean houses for just a couple of years. I had to do that right when I started Young Living, actually. And the first couple houses I cleaned, I didn't grow up with all these household cleaners that people used, and then I wasn't really using them in my own home. But the first couple houses I did, I would leave with burning lungs. My lungs would hurt so bad. My head would just be pounding, and I've never been susceptible to headaches. And so after a few times, I finally just said to my customers, I'm like, you know what, I can't use your products. I have to use my Thieves stuff, or you just fire me. And one lady did not want me to use anything other than what she had, especially for her bathroom. And I was like, I just can't. I'm not willing to risk my health for your house. It's like your house, and I'm going to destroy my health for that. And it gets even worse when you consider the toxic chemicals that are in our personal care products. That's a whole nother class. From antiperspirants to perfumes, toothpaste to skincare products, Americans have been unknowingly poisoning themselves and their families for hundreds of chemical compounds that the body is inequipped to deal with. Experts agree that anyone serious about experiencing improved health in the long run must begin to replace the man-made chemicals in your home and the personal care products, and replace them with products that are safe. And so it doesn't mean that you have to just throw everything away today. It just means, although you could, if you just got one bottle of Thieves Cleaner, you could literally ditch all of your other products. And I'm going to tell you how to do that today. But it's literally this bottle, some baking soda, and a little bit of white vinegar replaces all other home cleaners. It just does. So, or you could just do it one at a time. If you're just unsure, if you're kind of scared to get rid of everything, especially with the personal care products, I just tell people to start with replace your soap and go get some soap from a goat farm, which is where I get some, that just makes it locally and it doesn't have all the junk in it that the soaps do in the store. Then replace your shampoos, and then replace, 2 weeks later, a month later, replace your toothpaste. Like, do that one at a time, and gradually you'll have replaced everything, and it's a much more economical way to go about it. Let's see. So Young Living is a 30-year-old multi-billion-dollar company that was founded on the principle that nature has powerful and natural substances from plants to meet the needs of our 21st century family. Young Living owns and runs hundreds of acres of sustainable organic farmland and essential oil distilleries in Utah, Idaho, Canada, France, Ecuador, Peru, Croatia, Oman. Young Living is currently doing business in almost every nation around the globe. It's rated the fastest growing direct sales company in the United States, with about 100,000 joining each month, just in the U.S. Our company was founded by Gary Young, who has invested over 45 years in the research and development of essential oils. Together with his wife and company, Mary Young, Gary has now since passed. It's been a couple of years, so Mary Young is the CEO. It's continuing to blaze new and exciting trails all over the world, promoting ongoing success and wellness in homes around the globe. We're going to be focusing on thieves tonight. And have any of you heard of essential oils before? They're in gas stations, they're in Target, they're in they're just everywhere. You can dollar store. Don't buy them from the dollar store. Don't buy them from Target. Don't buy them from a gas station. The FDA only requires 5% of an oil to be in a bottle in order for it to be labeled 100% pure. So you want to make sure. Young Living's been around for 30 plus years. We have a stellar reputation for purity. Ours is third-party tested. We test. Each batch is tested over 3 times, and any oils that we do not that don't test out to our specifications and our quality get put back in the land. So we don't sell them to another company for them to use. It always goes back into the land. Young Living doesn't use any herbicides, pesticides, weed control. We use goats on farms for weed control. We use there's like a fish mixture that they use on some of the farms. Every farm is different in different countries. And a lot of the farms, they just hand weed. I've actually been at a farm where they were hand weeding the farm or the harvest. And so it's a beautiful thing. We don't use any kind of, we won't even purchase a piece of land to grow our plants on unless it has been at least 50 years since a chemical was used on that land. 50 years. Organic standards is 5 years. Our standards are 50 years. And so pure essential oils are the lifeblood of aromatic plants. Have you ever broken the leaf of a plant and seen liquid come out? You can take the precious fluid from the aromatic plants containing the therapeutic properties, and it's super concentrated when you distill it properly. What you end up with is an essential oil. Young Living is the largest worldwide grower, distiller, and distributor of essential oils, and has a reputation for being some of the most pure, powerful essential oils available. And so you can take lavender, say, and you can use dried lavender, but it actually loses its potency and dries out, becomes ineffective, and our essential oils do not expire. So you can have a bottle of lavender from 1989 and it's still as good today as it was when you first bought it back then. So I'd love for you to get out a piece of paper and a pen, draw a line down the center, and put another line across to make 4 quadrants. In the upper left quadrant, write notes. In the bottom left, write questions. And then you just it'll just help you organize your thoughts so that you can come back and ask us questions and we can get those answers to you. Young Living Thieves Oil was recently featured in a New York Times article touting the benefits of essential oils with commercial hygiene products, the benefits versus commercial hygiene products. Thieves contains, this is my bottle of Thieves here. I'm actually traveling soon, and so I'm going to be on an airplane. I've been using this daily on the roof of my mouth. I just put a drop on my finger and hold it to the roof of my mouth. It just helps boost my immune system, helps keep me healthy, helps fight for me, helps my immune system fight all the things that I'm going to be encountering, going through an airport, traveling, being around a lot of people. It contains cinnamon bark, which is one of the most, cinnamon and clove are two of the most powerful fighters for our immune system. They create a hostile environment for things to not take root in our bodies and on surfaces, actually. It's got cinnamon bark, rosemary, clove, lemon, and eucalyptus. And it was inspired by the legend of the four thieves of the Dark Ages in France who used these herbs, dried herbs at that time, while robbing the dead and dying. You can diffuse Thieves in your home to help clean the air. It actually digests the junk in the air. So if you've got a household full of people that are feeling under the wellness line, you can absolutely diffuse this. You could put it on your feet if you've got little kids and you don't want them touching it, or you don't want to. This is a warmer oil because it's got hot, like cinnamon and clove are hot oils. You could put a little bit of carrier oil on it, or you could like down their spine, or you can just put, like for kids, I always just recommend that you put it on their feet. You don't need any carrier oil to put in on anyone's feet because the skin on your feet is a little thicker and less sensitive, so you can put any of these warmer oils on the bottom of their feet. If our family personally is feeling under the wellness line, we do it every hour for the first couple days, and then that usually just, it's gone. But if you don't, like I just literally would stick this in my pocket and I would put it on the roof of my mouth every hour. I would put it on my kids' feet every hour. My kids have been using this since they were 8 and 9. My youngest children especially have been using this since they were 8 and 9 years old when I started. Young Living line has an essential oil line of oils for internal use. They're the same exact oil, like, so this is Citrus Fresh, but we have a Vitality oil version of Thieves, and so that Vitality version is the same exact oil as this bottle. It's just labeled differently to satisfy the FDA requirements for it being labeled separately for internal use. Because it's so potent, Young Living has included Thieves in its Vitality supplement line. Add a drop of Thieves Vitality to your water. I just actually had some today in a restaurant in just some warm water. You could add it to a tablespoon of raw apple cider vinegar and a tablespoon of raw honey. Put it in a cup with just gentle, light, warm water, not boiling hot. Drink that up. It's the honey, the apple cider vinegar, and the Thieves are all really working to boost your immune system. It's a beautiful immune supportive drink. And you can also put it in capsules. I don't think I have any here, but you could put 4 or 5 drops in a capsule and take it internally 3-4 times a day. And that is if you don't want to smell like it. That's like if you don't want to taste it. Or if you've got small children, just put it on the bottom of their feet. Again, I've got all these lots of grandchildren, and I just tell them, their mamas, just like put it on the bottom of their feet when they're little and before they can start taking them internally, or before they, or if they don't want to, just roll it on their spine with a little bit of carrier oil, like coconut oil, jojoba oil, olive oil. Any of those are great carrier oils. Or put it on the bottom of their feet and they don't need any of that. So let's talk about common household cleaners available at every grocery store. I'm not going to show you my box of cleaners just because I don't want to show all the names. But one common brand of all-purpose spray with bleach warns to avoid prolonged or repeated skin contact and prolonged breathing of the vapor. This product is designed to be used in all areas that can often have poor ventilation, and who wants to break out a gas mask or industrial strength gloves every time you wipe down your counters or sinks? And if you think about it, as adults, we get headaches from these smells. I don't know if you've ever walked down the aisle of like the laundry detergent aisle, it's overwhelming. To me, it's overpowering. I can't stand the smell. It gives me an immediate headache. Well, just think about a brand new baby, or your 2-year-old, or your 8-pound dog. Having to smell all these things, and you're putting it on the floors, you're wiping down their car seat, you're wiping down their high chair, you're wiping down all these surfaces that everybody touches, from your little kids to you to your guests, and that all, like, and it's in the air, and it's just so insulting to your senses. Look at one common brand name of tub cleaner. I'm not going to say the name. It's used in millions of American households for decades, yet it gives off chlorine fumes for 2 weeks after its use and leaves a gritty residue behind. This product can cause coughing, irritation of your nose and throat, and contact with skin may cause superficial temporary irritation. Individuals with lung issues, this product may lead to reduced lung function. Even worse, one of the ingredients in this product is a known carcinogen for animals. Lastly, but definitely not least, let's look at the warnings on common brands of toilet bowl cleaners. These are very, very dangerous. And if you happen to have a dog, like I used to, we used to have to, we didn't want our dog to drink out of the toilet just out of habit. But if you use those chemicals in your toilet bowl cleaner and then your pet happens to get in there, that's very dangerous. You can't have any skin contact with this toilet bowl cleaner or even inhale it without causing some sort of problem. For any contact with your skin, the label says to immediately flush with water for at least 15 to 20 minutes. If you accidentally ingest it, you have to call the poison control. There's no label like that on our Thieves products. Even your grandkids, kids, babies, your pets can walk on the floor as soon as you clean with Thieves. Your grandbabies, my grandkids, can help clean with the Thieves cleaner. They can crawl on the floor. It's safe. I don't worry about if they accidentally get into this bottle. It's not going to harm them in any way, shape, or form, and I don't have to call poison control. The toilet bowl cleaner, if you have any accidental contact with the eyes, you have to flush your eyes for 15-20 minutes with water and then call poison control. And if it's mixed with any other cleaning product, it actually releases hazardous gases. Do these sound like products that you want in your home, even though we all probably have them? We've all been sold that there's no alternative, and I would say that in my experience buying natural cleaners, they're not super effective. So I have found that sometimes it feels like there's no other alternative until I came upon Thieves. Thieves household cleaner, when you take this oil and Thieves oil and add it to safe, plant-based, and non-toxic cleaner, great things happen. For general use, you get a 32-ounce bottle and a 1 ounce of Thieves household cleaner. Fill the bottle with water, and 1 capful of the Thieves cleaner makes this bottle. And then I add, during Christmas time, I added Christmas spirit oil. During the summertime, I add lemon oil or lemongrass. I love to use lemongrass. I use purification. I use clove during the fall. You don't have to add any more essentials oils in it because it's already got the Thieves oil in it, but I like to add an extra scent to it. It lasts for months and months and months. So I made this bottle probably a month ago, and I'm almost down to the ends, but that's, it depends on how much you clean. I don't have kids in the house anymore, so I'm probably cleaning less. But it's like pennies that it costs per serving because you're only using this top capful to make a full bottle of this, and you add the rest is water. To use in the bathtub where grime can accumulate, I love to make this Thieves scrub, and it literally is the Thieves cleaner, the baking soda, I think a tablespoon of white vinegar, and then I put 10 drops of lemon essential oil in it. That's it. And I made this, I actually gave some of it away. I made a couple containers to give away, so this is how much I have left. That's a lot. And this will last me 6-8 months. I clean anything grimy, my kitchen sinks, my bathroom sinks. I do my shower, tub, tile, all of that with that, and it smells absolutely divine. We actually have a non-toxic bleach recipe that we post in our education page. Contact me, I can give you that. It's super easy. It's just hydrogen peroxide, water, lemon juice and 10 drops of lemon oil, and super, super potent. It works better than commercial bleach, actually. You can use this in your dishwasher. You can make tabs for your dishwasher using the Thieves Cleaner. You can use it in your laundry. Again, I use it in my, I put a capful in every container of my carpet cleaner when I clean my carpets, and then if my dogs have just really stunk up the carpet, I add like a couple drops of purification oil. Generally, I just use the Thieves Cleaner. I've tried to use the commercial cleaner that came with the Kirby, and the smell was so overpowering, I could barely stay in the room. It was just like I had to diffuse immediately, because I'm like, this is the worst smelling. I thought it was more natural of a product, and I first used it years ago. I was like, this is not natural at all. This smell is overwhelming. You can diffuse Thieves to just freshen your air. We had mold under our house years ago. We kind of remediated, well, we did remediate, and then we diffused Thieves with special waterless diffusers, and we diffuse Thieves. We go through like 10 bottles in a couple days, and we diffuse those on high underneath the house in the crawl space, and we do that every 6 to 8, 9 months just to kind of keep things at bay, keep it fresh, make sure things aren't getting out of control again. And that is like, and then it of course comes up through the vents in the house, and Thieves helps boost our immune system. It's not toxic chemicals that the remediation company was suggesting that we use. So it's been very beneficial. We actually have a fruit and vegetable wash, the Thieves fruit and veggie wash. It actually has Digize in it. And Digize is a blend for digestive issues of any kind for dogs. We just put it on our dog's belly when they're having an upset tummy. Your kids have an upset tummy, you have an upset tummy, you can put it in capsules and take it after a meal to feel more like not so bloated and yucky. But Digize actually is great to use when you're going out of the country and you're eating food that you're not really sure if it's safe to eat, or you're not sure what's in it. And Young Living actually did a research project on a plot of land that was completely contaminated with Roundup and glyphosates and all that. And so they sprayed the land with Digize oil, and was actually able to get the land back to organic status just with using this Digize oil. So our fruit and veggie wash has Thieves in it, and it also has Digize in it. And so that is to get all the grime and the gook off of your fruits and vegetables when you buy them at the store, even if you're buying organic. Like, we only buy organic, and every time I wash any of our berries, anything that we have, the water is just downright dirty, nasty, even though it looks perfectly clean. That apple that we just bought from the store looks clean. But when we soak them in the fruit and veggie wash, it just gets all the grime off, gets all the waxes off that we don't want to be eating. And it kind of completely cleans the food off. For spot or stains, I have just a bottle of more concentrated of this for spots. So I have one in my bedroom, I have one in my laundry room. So if I spill something and I go in my bedroom to change, I immediately spray the stain and I set it in the laundry room, and I just let it sit for several hours sometimes, and then with this Thieves spray on it, and then I wash it. This is not the Thieves cleaner, but it's a Thieves spray. It's actually for, like, if you're going to a picnic, or you're going to a zoo or a museum, and you sit down at those tables and they're all like, you can touch it and feel it and it's sticky. Or if you're out and about and you're shopping and you're got a shopping cart and there's no wipes to wipe it off, you can spray this on. It's super potent to clean all the yuck safely. Again, no poison control warning on this. You could spray your kids' hands if you don't have any of our Thieves hand sanitizer. You can spray any kind of surface. I've actually sprayed it in my throat when I've had like irritation in my throat. been doing that for years and years and years. It works wonders. But it also is fantastic for stains. I actually was in a coffee shop in Milwaukee years ago, and this gentleman had on like a tan business dress coat. It was springtime, and his girlfriend was getting the coffee, and then I actually always carry one of these in my purse. So his girlfriend came over and she tripped right in front of him with both of their lattes, and this latte dumped all over his jacket. Like it fell toward him and broke open and went all down his jacket. He was absolutely livid. And so I walked over and I was like, you don't know me, but can I just spray your jacket with this? And then that way when you get it home, it won't the stain won't be there, or it'll come out as soon as you wash it. And he's like, sure, whatever. I'm so mad. This is my good coat. So I actually took this and I used most of the bottle and I sprayed down the front of his coat. I've literally used this in an airport when I've spilled something on a white blouse and I've sprayed it. And then by the time I reach my destination, the spot is literally gone. It like took it out. Dark blue. I can't even think of like a dark blue. Like a spot this dark blue, and I sprayed this on it a couple times on a white blouse in the airport. And by the time I got to my destination and I pulled the shirt out to wash it, the dark blue spot was gone, completely gone. Looked like nothing had ever happened. So this is a must-have when I travel. I cannot travel without it. It's a must-have. It's just like this little gem. It's worth it just for spots, just to keep it in your purse. For non-toxic paint remover, you can use our lemon oil or Thieves. You could take a couple drops of our Thieves oil and paint will just come right off of whatever surface it's on. Sticky decals off of a wall, they'll take them off perfectly, super easy. And all you got to do is rub the oil onto the decal and then it'll just pull right off. I've done that for years. We've got, you've heard in the news about antibacterial soaps and sanitizers. Antibacterial products can actually be harmful to the immune system. I've got an old, my husband just keeps stashes of extra things, and so he's got an old Thieves hand soap, and it smells like Thieves. It's wonderful. It doesn't have any of the chemicals in it that are carcinogenic. It's not harmful to the environment. It's not harmful. It actually helps us keep the good bacteria on our hands that our body needs to help our immune system fight. And it only takes the bad bacteria off. It doesn't take the good bacteria off. And the same with our hand sanitizers. There are lots of hand sanitizers that have, what's the ingredient? I don't know, I think it's triclosan. Let me see. Yeah. Forgot the name of it. I think it's triclosan, and it's a harmful ingredient to your system. And our hand sanitizer too takes away all the bad bacteria but leaves the good bacteria that our body knows. The essential oils, because they're from a plant and they have like imbued knowledge, they actually can tell like if this is your good bacteria or if it's something that needs to go. Our digestive enzymes and our probiotics actually fill your gut with good bacteria that we need in order to digest better, to have our gut function more productive. Sorry. But it takes away the bad stuff that is harming us and that brings us sickness and that causes issues with, our digestive system. So I love the fact that the essential oils know what to take and what to leave. When you put essential oils on, it takes away anything that is your body's fighting against, but it helps empower your immune system to fight. It's very cool that God created these plants for our benefit. They were put on this earth, and when used in a pure way, and they're not adulterated, they have no solvents, they have no preservatives in them, they don't expire, and they're made that way perfectly by God to be able to enhance our wellness. Next is our toothpaste. Our toothpaste don't have warnings on them. I love it. I started using the Aroma Bright years ago. We actually have kids toothpaste too. We don't have a warning to call poison control if your kids ingest it, which the normal toothpaste does. I don't know if you ever looked at that, but it actually does. Toxic toothpaste ingredients include sodium fluoride, an ingredient in rat poison that only does not strengthen your teeth, but also has been linked to dental fluorosis, chalky or brown discoloration, or even brittleness of your teeth. It can also lower IQ, hinder thyroid function, impaired gastrointestinal function, and more. Fluoride was reportedly added to the water in the concentration camps as well as the Soviet Gulag to make the prisoners more complacent and easier to control. You can look up the negative effects of fluoride. Whatever your thought process is on that, you can look that up and just see for yourself. It's not, it was an added waste product actually, and they started putting it in toothpaste and our water supply. I've never allowed my kids to have any fluoride treatments. I never had them, and my grandkids don't have them. It's just something that's not beneficial for our health, and you can look that up. Besides fluoride, other toxic chemicals and additives are routine ingredients in toothpaste and mouthwash, making them some of the most toxic substances in our homes. The irony is that we're putting it in our mouth, in our children's mouth, and when you tell a child not to swallow the toothpaste, that's just not going to happen. They immediately start sucking on the toothbrush. They absolutely are swallowing what they're, especially when they're super little. They just automatically swallow what they have. It's just hard not to when you're first learning to brush your teeth. The mouth is the dirtiest place on the body, and the thieves' oil is powerful for oral care and for cleansing. I actually use the Aroma Bright toothpaste. Like I said, this has just been my favorite go-to. I did use Dentrome for a while when I first started, and then once this came out, this has been my favorite. I don't have to worry about calling poison control. It gives me fresh breath. My dental health, even though I don't have great teeth and never have, I have great dental visits when I go. They actually don't say I have a mouthful of cavities, which I'm surprised. So this is just like a little snapshot of how to get the chemicals out of your home. I hope you like, subscribe, just get in touch with us and ask questions. Give us the questions that you want. I'm going to be posting this in our education group. You can absolutely comment and email me. Let me know how I can help you really transform your home. This is really all you need. If you want to make the Thieves Scrub, you need baking soda and vinegar, and that's it. You will not need any other cleaner in your home. You can stop buying toilet bowl cleaner. I actually make toilet bowl cleaner with the Thieves Cleaner. I make little tabs that you just throw in the toilet and scrub around, and they're done. If you don't want to do that, you could put a drop of Thieves oil in the toilet with a little bit of baking soda and scrub too. It works wonders, and I am on a well, so I have rust issues too. The Thieves Cleaner absolutely gets all the rust out from my shower. It's just been a phenomenal lemongrass actually added to our spray or to the soft scrub actually works wonders on rust. For some reason, I don't know why, I just happened to have lemongrass in it one day and it just the rust melted away. Because we do have rust buildup sometimes, because if I haven't cleaned in a month, then the rust buildup happens, and then I gotta clean, and then it'll be good until it happens again because we're on a well. Just like this endless cycle. So I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I hope this blesses you. Again, like, subscribe, share it with friends, and much more to come. We can't wait to share our life with you, share our grandbabies with you, and all the things that we've learned over the years. I really have a heart to help people live a natural lifestyle, to kick the over-the-counter stuff to the curb, and just see for yourself the benefits of living a clean, healthy lifestyle. And you will be amazed at how much better you feel, how much healthier you are, how much less strain there is on your immune system, and you'll be able to be more productive and do all the things that you love to do in life. So I'll talk to you later. Have a great night, guys.